it's Connor back from this old farm, and tonight, essentially, I've got a little bit of a video, or a short sort of spacer video for you. You might be wondering why I am making this video in the dark, and it's because I didn't think to make a video, or sort of to make a full video of this during the daytime. So here we are on the backhoe, which you probably can hear, and hopefully can hear me over in the dark. And currently we're packing silage, which you might not be able to see possibly, but anyways, I've got to make a video I wish I would have never had to have made. Hopefully you saw the whatchamacallit thumbnail, which I hopefully got to work. And if you were able to read it, safety first. Safety's key. You always read these old, if you ever read the old manuals like John Deere International and printed out, they always have those funny little snippets. Like one I saw the other day was a guy chopped a tree down, cut his house in half, and said safety, only something you can do, or something like that, some funny slogan. And what that kind of leads into here is a sort of video. Well, it clipped a couple of clips and some photos I have for you that I was kind of a dumb person and basically did not, kind of made safety second instead of safety first. And essentially, well, let's just roll the clip and you guys can see what unfolded. So essentially what happened, and you'll be able to see this in the photos and in the video, was I was trying to come down this hill with the wagon, because the wagons are rear unloading. So essentially what I was trying to do was I was trying to come down this little bit of a hill here. There's a little bit of a hill. Come down, go down onto the pile, and unload the wagon. Simple and easy, right? Well, what had happened was, right about here, roughly here, just a little ways down the pile, there was a previous unloading spot which had mounded up, and basically it just left a big huge mound here. And with me being as dumb as I usually can be, I thought it would be a smart idea to decide to drive up and over this pile, with this side being low. And as you'll see in the following photos and videos, that didn't turn out so well. Doesn't look like it.
Maybe we'll worry about your tractor running.
Yeah. It looks all right. It looks like it's sliding back over.
You can drive it out of there now. Let's put the chain on that below the oil filter there.
On the frame? So, I guess I kind of have to completely remake my ending, because what I made failed. But anyways, that's something you guys won't see the rest of, or the first ending I tried to make. But anyways, I'm trying to think of what I said in the ending. I believe what I said was, well, okay, here we go. So, there you see what happened. It's obviously not the greatest of things. As you should have seen, the tractor suffered some damage as well. I'm trying to think of what else. I think another thing I said was something about the tractor when it tipped over. There's the sides of the silage pit kind of go at an angle like this, sort of makes a V and then a flat bottom. So I guess kind of more of a V-shaped U, and essentially to get a good picture in your head. But anyways, thankfully, because that I was pretty much right on the edge of the silage pit, right up against the angled side, when the tractor started to tip, the tire on the carburetor and battery side, it just kind of tipped over and hit up against the wall of the side wall of the pit. Did I say that right? The tire came over and hit the side of the pit. There, now I know I said it right. But anyways, thankfully that was there, because otherwise the thing probably would have just completely rolled over. I mean, it might even ended up on top of being completely upside down. I don't know. Thankfully, I was able to hop off quickly too and get it shut off before it would cause more damage or whatever. And another nice thing was the backhoe was right there, because we've been using that to pack the silage and push the silage up onto the pile and such. So it was pretty quick and easy just to pull it right back over. We just took the boom, as you should have seen the video, we just took the boom and, and some chains and just flipped it right back over. And then once we got it back over, all we did is we tried to start it and it wouldn't start. There wasn't enough gas or something. There wasn't enough, for some reason, there wasn't enough fuel to get to the inlet and down into the bowl, into the carburetor, so it wouldn't start. So what we ended up doing is we just put it into gear, let out the clutch, and then sit and run the starter and slowly walk it forward. And then eventually it must have started to even out, kind of tip back over to the right magneto side, and fuel got back to that inlet and it started to try and pop off. And then, because I had the clutch engage, or I guess essentially disengaged, and the tractor was rolling, it wouldn't fire up because it was trying to take so much power to put it to the drivetrain. So once I pushed in the clutch, pushed the starter button again, it kind of was trying to start. Of course, the plugs are probably, like Dad had said, the plugs were probably had oil on them and stuff from tipping over. So, which I guess now that I say that doesn't make sense, because it tipped the other way. Anyways, it finally got running. It finally got going. So then we unhooked the chain and we were able to pull the wagon onto the pile and then unload the wagon and pretty much complete what we were doing. So it's just the reason I wanted to make this video. I wasn't going to do, or I didn't plan on making this video at all or anything. The reason I want to make this video and upload it is learn from my dumbness. We'll say it a little bit of a nicer word. Just learn from how dumb I was, because anybody who would have been more sensible than me would have realized that this big pile, which was here, that I drove over and caused the tipping, anybody would have known that you shouldn't have done that. I mean, it's just, now that I'm thinking of it, it's stupid of me. Oops. It was dumb to even bother, to even drive over, to even get on the pile from the back side without leveling out the previous unload. So it's just a matter of fact of thinking ahead. You gotta think ahead. You gotta be planning to be safe. It's just kind of stuff happens, I guess, and live and learn. And unfortunately, I learned the hard way this time, and the H kind of took the toll for that. But we're gonna try heating up the drawbar, bending it back straight. I mean, it's kind of just, it's at an angle and sort of tipped downward, or I guess let's go that way because for you guys, so it's kind of at an angle and tipped downward. So we're gonna heat it up and then try and angle it straight and tip it back up. And that should fix it. Hopefully, quench it in some oil so it doesn't cool down too fast, but will cool down faster than just air drying. And that way, it'll sort of keep its strength. It won't become so brittle and be able to snap as easily. It's obviously gonna be weaker. But if we have to, we can get a new bar. We don't have to get the whole U-shaped piece, but we can actually get the bar that goes from the mounting underneath the belly, on the belly of the tractor, and that comes out to the U-shaped drawbar. We can get that whole piece from Steiner, or even used. It's all pretty cheap, readily available. So anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you learned from my dumbness, and just, yeah, be safe out there, guys, and we'll talk to you all next time.